What's happening? It's Serena, so it's March 6th, still 2026. It's a Friday. Happy Friday! Just chilling. Um, so what I was getting is, yes, you're right. You're beginning to see that what you receive is generally always correct in a way. It just comes in, but it means the same thing. I'm getting there's something alluring about your energy, your aura. That there's something alluring about you, but it's different than it was before. Before, back when you were running around in Matrix world, or before you got to who you are now, or where you are now, who you've become now, what you've transitioned to now, transformed into now. The allurance is going to be different. It's not going to be coming from that lower, I'm hearing density, that lower desire in your lower chakras, like sexual and sensual desire. It's going to be more of a heart based, more of a third eye, the higher chakras, right? An inner knowing. People are going to know from like their heart space, their solar plexus. It's that kind of alluring. It's the higher chakra, the higher consciousness, alluring energy I'm hearing embarking on. So you can call it siren energy, but not in the way you think of how they portray all mermaids, or sirens rather. The ones that sang or enticed or whatever men to the depths of the ocean, the sea. And I'm getting, and then there's ones that, and then they also, it's also written somewhere that, the women that had children, the Nephilim, with, they call them the fallen angels, with the watchers, that they turned them into siren. And they're telling me it's an energy. You can call it Jezebel, Asmodeus. I feel like Asmodeus must be one of the main devil's energies, entities that's running around, because Asmodeus is what? It's a sexual thing, isn't it? I don't know. You'll have to look it up. Asodemus, maybe? Asmodeus, or Eo. I don't know. Like that, maybe? They're giving me like the 7 deadly sins: gluttony, vanity, shit like that, right? Those are the spirits. The spirit of, the this of. And then you have this, like the 7 deadly sins, and then what would the other ones be? I'm hearing 7 virtues. Not virgins, virtues. That's funny. I'm seeing like legs like so grounded that it's like concrete. Like up to your calves is like cement, they're saying. You're cemented, you're concreted, you're rooted. So you're rooted, and maybe you might even be able to begin to feel it from your ankles down right now, like a warmth, like a shift that you didn't feel there before. Maybe you didn't really notice, but now you can feel your feet as if not heavy, solid, but rooted. There's an energetic rooting that's taking place. You know, they're just showing me like these, like the shot, you know, like chakras almost, but these energy, these power centers, if you will. So I don't know what I came on here for to begin with, but as long as at the end of the day, you're okay with where you're at, what you did, you know, maybe reflecting on what you did. Did you come, I'm hearing the spirit of love. And if not, it's not for you to be punished or you should feel bad about yourself if there's something, maybe for a second, you did whatever. That isn't in that vibration that feels good, right? So the vibration that doesn't feel so great. Well, what is that? What could you do different? It's already done. You've already done it. Now this is a reflection. A reflection, yeah. As long as you're happy with yourself at the end of the day and you did the best that you could for the highest good of all. That goes, even though you're in your little house by yourself or whatever. If it's eating chocolate, that only hurts you. You know, what? Not saying eating chocolate hurts you, but if that's a thing, I mean, that's what came through, so that somebody's going to go, oh my God, chocolate. Yeah, that's it. That's why everything means something to somebody. It's connecting the dots. So, as long as you're happy with it at the end of the day, that's what they were telling me earlier. At the end of the day, and it all boils, it seems to all spiral and come back to that love vibration and being more in that. You know, today I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. I don't need to set myself up and overwhelm myself with I have to do that every day, but just today. And then tomorrow, repeat what worked, what made you feel good. You know what I mean? If you want to repeat it, then repeat it. We get looped and looped and looped and looped and looped in our thoughts. Well, we can unloop, just turn it upside down. It's like that hourglass, the sand thing, right? But you just flip it over, I guess is the point, but not the ball. I'm seeing a ball go round and, you know, and then you have to flip it for it to go back the other way, going through those spirals, through those rings, through those loops, that it's like a constant loop. It doesn't just tighten over itself. It's more like there's a little, I don't know, a gap in between. What we think becomes things and becomes our reality. So they were giving me in this whole depth of you went through all these trauma, right? Now you're in the middle and you want to see the other side of it, so you flip it over. So it can then go back, right? Counterclockwise. It's unspiraling, but through those loops. As you're going through it, it's like living it again, but it's opposite. It's an unraveling. But see, and then they're telling me, but it all goes back to what you assign to it, what you think and believe is what really it all boils down to. I'm hearing at its 0 point, at its negative, at its before, at its basis, like it's brand new, down to the the beginning, the thought, I want to bring light to this darkness and this chaos. It was a thought first, and then the thought forms. When you call it into being, so kind of, I'm not giving it justice, what comes through, because it just doesn't come out the same. That's because I'm condensing down everything that's coming in. I'll get better at it the more I do it, or maybe I'm doing it perfectly right now because that's how it's coming out. And see, that's where we have to draw the line between what is it I'm speaking that I'm receiving, and when do I put myself, my thought, my questioning into it from my human perspective, from the lower chakras, so to speak. Rooted. No longer rooted. It's, hear my garbage? Hear my seed? The roots that you have planted, that are grown, that are solid now, that are concrete. What you're rooted in now is it's a different story. So you're rewriting a whole new story. See, what you were before was your trauma, you're this, you're that, you're this, but see, you've been reborn. Now you're rooted in for God, for love, whatever, to build and grow from there now. That's why it's a stronger foundation, because it's truly rooted in spirit and in God and in love, with nature, becoming one with nature. The simplest thing, there's a seed, it falls on the ground, eventually it grows into a fucking tree that's there for thousands of years till somebody fucking cuts it down and kills it. Take a tree down, plant another one. Or use bamboo, better yet. Whatever. So as we have to balance ourselves out, so does, think of Mother Gaia the same. She's balancing herself out. So many bad, if you think about it, what we've done with all the with all the, just not letting nature take, they're telling me, like, nature take its course, and giving love and respect to all living things. What industrialized ones, us, that don't live like that anymore, because there are people that live that way still, that have always given love and one with nature. You know what I mean? Thank God. Or it would have, it had to have, but it's the same with the earth, just like us, a balance. And think about it being flipped. Maybe it's that polar flip, that polar shift thing, or whatever. I don't know. They were just giving me, like, we do the 180 flip, the 180, and they were showing me like a pancake, like flipping it over, like changing the perspective and flip. Like the earth has to do that too. It's got to come inside out. It's got to cleanse. It's erupting, right? It's in it. Earth. Think of earth, with everything, that's the vibration of everything plus the contaminants, but just the energy, it's mostly dark. She is being born again into the light, ascending as well. She's going through her dark night of the soul, so to speak. And shit has to fall away. It has to burn away. It has to be destroyed, taken down to nothing, to be rebuilt in a strong, firm foundation. And that's where a lot of us are finding ourselves, becoming more and more grounded in firm in the foundation of what we truly are. I love you. Namaste.